In this our lesson, we'll be introducing the keys in such a way that they will open up possibility for advancement for you. Now, if you look at the key of G major, the key of G major, basically the triads of the key major of G major is G, B, and D. Now, any finger placement must ensure that it captures G, B, and D for it to bring out the G major. It is easier played when we are told, put your finger in this position and play. It is easy to play. But in order to understand it and be able to be creative to bring out more keys, we need this chart and this lesson so that it expands our understanding of the key and makes us more creative and open up more possibility for us to do our soloing, to play the bass guitar, to understand and look. And once we look at it, we understand what another person is playing. So if you look at this traditional finger placement, we have G, B, and G. This is also the G, which summarizes our G, B, and D. Now, if we look at this finger placement, we will see that in this finger placement, we have our G is here. We have the G, which is the open string, is here. We also have our G here, which is the upper G is here. So that means we have G. It is correct. We have B here, which is being pressed, but we also have an open B here. This is an open B. So that means our B here, we have two B. In fact, we have two Bs. Let's see the G. How many Gs we have? G, G, and G, where one is open. So we have three Gs, in fact, 2, 3. Now let's look at the D. We have just one D, which is the open D. So we have one D. So the combination of all this, they are giving us the G major key. So we have 3 Gs. This is 1 G. This is 2, the second G, which is an open string, string 3. And we have another G here, which is the upper G. So we have lower G, upper G, and then we have the open G. Okay, for the B, we have the B here. This is the B, and then we also have an open B, which is string 2. And then D, we have just, we only have the open D here. So when we place the finger, we have our complete chord. So that's basically what we are playing. That is one way of playing our key G major and the finger placement. So where we have the pinky finger playing here, we have finger 3 playing here, playing the G, we have the finger 2 playing the B, and then D is open, and the G, we also have another open G, and we have another open B. That is one finger placement of the key of G. Now let's look at the second finger placement, and as usual we'll explain it, and after explaining it theoretically, then we'll do the demonstration as it is now here. So now let's look at the second G major finger placement on the same fret. So this is our second finger placement of the G major key. Now we can have, this is our second finger placement, and this is already the key of G. Here in the first finger placement, you will notice that all the strings were played. In the second finger placement, 6 and string 5 are not played. We only have string 1, 2, 3, 4 being played in the second finger placement of the key of G major. How did we come about this? We have E, we have F sharp, so this is G. So, and in our G major triad, we have G, B, and D. So this G has already been taken care of. So that means we have one G in this position. For the B, this is an open B. We have one B. This is an open G. So that means we already have two G, imagine. And then this is an open D. So we have open D. So that means it's a complete triad, just having our finger here. Although it's just one finger, playing just 4 strings, but we already have our combination of the G, B, and D that make up the G major triad. Now let's look at it practically. So by simply placing our finger, pinky finger here, which is on G, if we combine it with the next string, which is B, we see we already have 2 keys from the G major triad. The 2. Now if we add the next G, we already have 2 G's and 1 B. 2 G's and 1 B. Now if we add the next string, which is the 4th string, now we have completed it. Please subscribe. Write a comment. We have completed the key of G major triad. We have D, we have G, we have B. In fact, we have another D here, another G here. And that is why we can say we are playing just this string and it is representing the key of G. So just this string is already representing the key of G. Because by the time we do not include the 5th and the 6th. It means it's complete. So that is the second possibility of playing the key of G. We still have other possibilities of playing the key of G. Now, in order to also get an easier understanding, let's name it A, B, E, A, D, G, B, E. By simply placing our finger here and on this B, we have already played the key of G by placing our fingers here. Our finger here, we have already placed played the key of, this is A sharp, this is B. We have already played the key of B by placing the finger here. So when we look at this, we are going to eliminate this last string. So we are only going to play. So because we are not playing that string, this is the way it will be written. We are not playing that string. So now let's see if this finger placement can give us a complete triad of the key of G major. Let's look at it together. Please, if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe and write a comment. Share our videos and do not miss out. Now, when we look at G, this is our G. So that means we already have G. When we look at B, we already have B. What is missing now is just D to complete the triad, valid triad. Okay, wow. So we have our D here, which is the open D. And if we continue, there's nothing preventing us from playing the G. So we already have two Gs. Wow. Then, if we look at the open B, we also have two Bs. So we have two Gs, two Bs, and one D. That is already a complete triad. Complete triad. So this is what we will have. We will have our finger here playing G, and we have the finger one playing B. So this is what we have. So this is already a full key of G major. This is the chord of G. And it's complete. The last but not the least is going to be the Barre G. We have done this. We have already done this. We have done this. And we have done this. The difference with this is that it's more of the bass. The one here is more of the higher key. And then now we go to the Barre keys. The Barre key, which is our last on this lesson, so that it's not too long. The last finger placement here is the Barre key of G major. Why are we calling this G major? Now let's look at the composition of this Barre key. Now this is a Barre key. You see, in the writing of the other keys, here was thick. The note appeared here. But this is a Barre key. It means we are playing on the body of the key, of the fret. However, we are still going to note our E, A, D, G, B, and E. But now we are starting this on 3. That means we are starting on the fret 3. Fret 1, 2, 3. So our bar here is on fret 3. So that's why we are now adding just that 3. So now having it here, on fret 3, which is now here, fret 1, 2, 3, but we have taken out this one. So our fret 3 will be pressed down by finger 1, which is the bar. So we are going to use finger 1 to bar. So so we have all this one that is barring by finger 1. So fret 1, 2, 3. So this is the bar. That is the meaning of this bar, of this all. So it is barring. That's why we have it across. And if we look at the barring here, this is E string, F, F sharp, G. So it's actually barring G on the upper string, which is string 6, and we have string 1 is also barring the string 1. So by just simply having this bar, we have been able to create the key of G. G here and G here. So that's what we have. So in order to demonstrate that it is a bar key, we just join it this way. So it is barred. So from this barring, by simply doing this bar, we already have our G here, and we have our G here. They are out. Now, what is the other keys? What are other keys missing? We have this finger positioning. So this is the finger positioning of the bar key of G. Now, when we take out this bar so that we discover the positioning of these keys, let's start with we have finished with finger 1. So let's use finger 2 now. This is the positioning of finger 2. In this positioning of finger 2, we see it is on fret 1, 2, 3, 4. It's on fret 4. Okay? String 3. Now, normally, without touching this string, it's a G. So, this becomes G sharp, A sharp. So, this is B. This is a B. So, this is a B. It's a B here. Okay? Then we have another finger position here, another finger position here. Now, so this is the B. Now we go to the finger 3. This is the finger 3, the position on fret 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is on fret 5, finger 3, string 5. So without touching, this is A sharp, B, C, C sharp. So this is a D. This is a D. You remember our 1 is touching the G's, 2 is touching the B, 3 now it's touching the D. So this finger is actually touching the B. Now we are here, is playing the D. So this finger is what now? Let's check it out. So let's look at the pinky finger is here. It's on string 4, fret 5. Okay. Without touching it, is D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G. So this is another G. So in essence, we have G here being touched by the bar, another G here being touched by the bar, by the same bar finger, which is 1, and then another G now being played by the pinky finger. Then we have our B here, and then we have another, then we have our D here. So this is our G. And let's now do a check to see if this finger positioning has brought out the triad G, B, and D. Okay, let's do an analysis. G on the bar, yeah, we already have one G. Then this finger is playing D, okay. This finger is playing G again. Wow, this is the second G. Then this finger is on B. Wow, we now have a B. Then you remember the bar is here. This one that is bar. What is left here now? So what is left there actually is from the bar key. Remember, this is the G, and it is pressing this and this. Do, so. Now, with our finger, with the bar finger here, let's now count what this one is representing. From the open string, this is B, then C, C sharp. After C sharp, this is D. So it is actually playing D plus the C that is here. So we have D here. Please do not be confused now by this one, because this one was to enable us count from the beginning. So this is what we have. So let's do a check. We already have, we had up to B here, where we had B. So we have D, yeah, we have D, and we have another G here, G. So from this bar chord, we have 3 Gs, 1, 2, 3, 1 B, 1 B, and then we have 2 Ds. This is a D, and this is a D that is also supported by the bar. So this is what we have. Now let's rewrite this one neatly. So we are rewriting this bar key. So this is what we have. That instead of having all this dot dot, we now represent the bar key in that format. And then we have our B here. We have our G here. We have our D here. So this is what, in simple terms, this is what you are expected to play. And please, if you have not subscribed, please do subscribe, like our videos, share them, and please practice. And above all, keep notes. And see you in the next lesson. The way we are introduced to the guitar keys could either be the opportunity for us to advance, or it will be a disadvantage on our part not to advance.